Alright, today what we're going to do is we're going to continue with section 9.5. We did 9.5 part 1 before, and we factored basic polynomials. Today what we're going to do is we're going to take our factoring and we are going to go one step further and we're going to solve. Right? If you remember from the other day, what we did is we took the answer to a multiplication problem. Remember, and we put it diagonally in our 2x2 box. And then if you remember, there was a 1 in front of that A. And so to find the product of 16, I took the 1 and I multiplied it by the 6 and I got 16. So I took the A term and the C term and I multiplied them together. Okay. The term where it says sum, that is the B. So I took that 10 and I put it down below, and that was the bottom of my X. Okay? And then we said what two numbers when I multiplied them together got me 16, and if I add them together they got me 10. 2 and 8, and remember I could flip-flop those. They didn't have to be in that order. And I actually showed my work then. 2 times 8 gives me 16, and 2 plus 8 gave me 10. Alright, and then what I did was I took my 2 and I put it in my box. So I'm going to put 2x here, and then my 8 I'm going to use as 8x here. And remember, those could flip-flop. Okay, they could flip-flop in either box. Now, what times what gives me x squared? X. So this is x and this is x. And x times what gives me 2x? 2. Okay, and x times what gives me 8x? 8. And 8 times what gives me 16? 2. So you'll notice that together they look like that. Does that make sense? Okay. So we did that, and then we came up with our answer, and we got x plus 2, and we got x plus 8. Okay? And we said that that was our answer because we factored it. Any questions on that? Okay, so that's a little review based on what we did the other day. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go down and we're going to look at part 2. We'll notice that rather than just saying to factor, it asks us to solve. Yeah, so it's changing the directions a little bit. And then also, if you take a look at this equation, you'll notice it looks a little different, doesn't it? You're correct. I need to put it in standard form. Now remember, with standard form, all my stuff is to one side, and my A term has to be positive. Okay, I want it to be positive. And if you remember, that equation was ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. That was the standard form. So I need to take this thing and I need to put it into standard form. So if I'm going to take it, what do I do to get it in standard form? I'm going to, I'm going to subtract 13 from both sides. Okay, and I'm going to bring it over here so it's on top of this. So I'm going to get x squared minus 12x minus 13 equals 0. Now my question is this, okay? Could I add together my negative 12x and my negative 13? No. Why? Because they're not the same. That's correct. X is a variable with the negative 12, isn't it? So that's perfect the way it is. Now, what do I put on the top part of my x? Okay, I'm going to put negative 13 because remember there's a 1 in front of the x squared, and I multiply it by negative 13 to get that product. Okay. And what do I put in the bottom part of the x? Negative 12. Okay, so now I'm taking a look at those numbers. And what numbers do I get? Yes? Yeah. Negative 12.
Wait, no. I don't know. Negative 12.
Okay, negative 12 and 1. That's what she thinks. Okay, so negative 12 times 1 gives me... No. Okay, that doesn't work. It's okay. It's okay to try and fail. It's no big deal.
It's 13, negative 13.
Negative 13 and 1?
Yeah.
times 1 gives me 13. That works. And negative 12 plus, I'm sorry, negative 13. Negative 13 plus 1 gives me negative 12. So that works, doesn't it? Yep, I'm good.
I forgot the negative sign instead of 13 on top.
Okay. We okay? Make sense? Okay, so I know my numbers are right. So I'm going to take these numbers right now and I got to put them in my box. But before I do that, I got to put the answer to that. So this was x squared minus 12x minus 13. Remember it's in standard form. Okay, and then I'm going to come over there and I'm going to go, okay, negative 13x, and I'm going to put in 1x. Do I have to put the 1 with the x? I do not, but I can. We okay? Am I going too fast? Questions on this? Okay. What times what gives me x squared? X. Okay, so I'm going to go x and x gives me x squared. X times what gives me negative 13x? Negative 13. X times what gives me 1x? 1. And I do need a 1 there. Okay, so still, the only thing new that I've done so far is make sure it's in standard form. That's the only thing I've done so far. Okay, and then I'm going to pull out my answer, and I'm going to go x minus 13 and x plus 1. And I'm going to set it equal to 0. So that's nothing new so far, is it? I've been doing that. Now, could I write x plus 1 first, and then x minus 13? Yes, absolutely, I could do that. Okay. So now, this is the next new part. It told me to solve, didn't it? Okay, so if I've got that looking like that, what do I do to solve for x? Okay, if I multiply, would I find out where it crosses the x-axis? It would not do that. It would take me back and give me my answer that they gave me from the beginning. Can I add? Well, I got multiplication between them, so I can't add them. But fine. Try them. Huh? Divide them by what?
Divide them by 12.
Good guesses. Okay. This is what you get on the test. X minus 13 equals 0. X plus 1 equals, remember doing that? For that thing to equal 0, either the first parenthesis needs to be 0 or the second parenthesis needs to be 0. So then I did my hands-on equations, simple math, right? And I got x equals 13, and I subtracted 1, and I got x equals negative 1. So that's where it crosses the x-axis. My ordered pair then would be 13, 0, and negative 1. Now, if you remember back when we did linear, remember when we had two equations and we wanted to see where they crossed? Remember we could do that? And we could do that by graphing, or we could use substitution or elimination. Remember doing that? When you try to find out where the parabola crosses the x-axis, we can graph it. We can use the quadratic formula. Remember, x equals negative b plus or minus square root. Remember? Yeah? Or you can factor. Factoring tends to be the quickest way. It doesn't always work the way we want it to, especially if we get yucky numbers. So the quadratic formula is probably the best. But this is an option for you. This is quick. And this you use a lot in Algebra 2. We okay? Questions? So the only thing that we've done new today is this part right here. That's new. We've done it on a test before. We've solved. We just haven't taken our factoring that far. And the part up above where we did standard form. Those are the two pieces we did today. Now, let's go to the last problem. Here's a Band-Aid, okay? And it has the area of 16 square centimeters. So that's kind of important information. square centimeters is the area. Okay, and I need to find the width of the bandage. Now, what is the shape that we have there? It's a rectangle. So area equals base times height. Okay, now let's just follow this through. Do I know the area? Yep, so it's 16 equals, okay, the base, I have 3 plus W plus 3. My height is simplify. What do I do? Sure, so 16 equals, I'm going to go W plus 6 times W. That one. Can I add W plus 6 and make 6W? I cannot. 16W? What? That's okay. You said, I'm trying to follow you. W, oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah. What she's getting at is up above, and I can see why you thought that. Up above, do you see how I said W minus, or X minus 13 equals 0, and X plus 1 equals 0? So what she's saying is, could I say that W plus 16, or 6 equals 16, and W equals 16? You can't. It only works for 0. Okay, but I can see why you thought that. That's a good thought. I'm going to multiply. Yeah, I am. I'm going to distribute my W. So I get 16 equals W squared plus 6W. And if you don't see that, you can go off to the side and draw your boxes and do it that way. Yep. Excellent. What are you doing? Getting it in? Yeah, we're going to get it in standard form. Now what? Do read in the other one. Get more descriptive. What do you want to do? Okay, well, you're thinking A, B, C, and doing the quadratic formula. I want a factor. Oh, make an X. Make a box. What do I put up above on my box? Negative 16, because there's a 1 in front, and I got a negative 16 for my C term. Okay? Questions? Yep.
Do we have to put the stuff underneath it, like?
Yes, I want you to test it. Yep, I want you to show your work. Because some kids in previous years thought it would work and then didn't. And then they're like, oh, it didn't work. Okay, so it's kind of your check. Okay, so then I put my W squared 6W and negative 16 in my box. Okay, I'm going to put 8W and negative 2W, and again, those can flip-flop. So what times what gives me W squared? W and W. What times W gives me 8W? And then negative 2. W plus 8 equals 0, and W minus 2 equals 0. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to solve. Technically, you've done everything we're doing. I'm just putting it in different orders. We're using those skills is all we're doing. Okay? So what's my answer?
Negative 8, 0, and 2, 0.
Okay, so negative 8 comma 0 and 2 comma 0. Did I answer my question?
Yeah.
Let's go back up to the original equation. There's a problem that says the bandage shown has the area of 16 square centimeters. Find the width of the bandage. Did I find the width of the bandage? Okay. How would I go about finding the width of the bandage using what I have? W is the width. I have two answers. Which one's the right one, or are they both right? That is correct. Yep, so that was in centimeters. This is going to be a positive 2. This one doesn't work because it's negative. Remember, we call that our extraneous or extra solution. So this does not work for our example. Okay, so I can't have negative. Questions? Something you don't understand? Something you would like me to go over again before we're done? A lot of kids like factoring, but they forget about it. You see this again in Algebra 2 a lot, okay?